Fifth graders, your reading notes should be titled Second Thoughts. Don't forget the date, and these will be Cornell notes, so leave space for the main ideas to be talked about in class. All right, first I want to explain the title, Second Thoughts. Second thoughts is when you have an idea after you have a first idea. So maybe I was at school and I was thinking to myself, I'd really love some spaghetti for dinner. So that's an initial thought. My initial thought is, spaghetti sounds delicious. So my initial thought, I want spaghetti, right? But then I look down at what I'm wearing and I realize I'm wearing a nice white shirt. So now I'm having second thoughts about the spaghetti because I know me and I'm very messy, especially when I eat spaghetti, and I'll get the sauce all over my shirt. So now I have a second thought that says, ooh, but my white shirt. And that's a second thought. So that explains the title of these notes, Second Thoughts. When you write about reading, you have initial thoughts. When you think to yourself, oh, this is what my writing is about, this is my prediction. But then as you continue reading and as you grow as a reader, you realize your initial thoughts weren't exactly what you meant, or they weren't as deeply thought out as you were thinking. And there's two ways to have initial or second thoughts, and I'm going to show you them right now. So I'm going to show you a picture of a student's writing. This is a student's writing about reading about a book called Prince Caspian. And there are two kinds of second thoughts that this student is using. The first kind is editing. And I'll mark editing in pink. Here's a time when a student edited. Here's a time. Here's a time. And here's a time, right? Editing counts as a second thought. You're writing and then you go, whoops, that's not the word I meant to use. Oops, that's not how you spell that. And you fix it really quick and then you keep going. Those kinds of second thoughts are very helpful when you're writing about reading. The second kinds of second thoughts are new ideas about the book. Here are some new ideas. I'll put them in blue. Here's some new ideas about the book in the student's writing. At first is a great start when you're doing a new idea. When you write at first, because that tells me what your initial thought was. At first, I thought when Aslan says, once a king in Narnia, always a king in Narnia was powerful, but not significant to the story. But now as I read on, I realize. So, but now, as I read on, I realize is a really obvious way of telling me that you are having second thoughts. But now, as I read on, I realize that it is very important to the story. And then the person went on with some examples. When you are writing about reading, I'm asking you to have second thoughts. That tells me that you're thinking while you're reading. Remember, a second thought is an idea that you have after your initial thought. And the two types of second thoughts I'm really looking for in Reader's Workshop is editing your writing about your reading and writing new ideas about the book. So when you first thought one thing, but then you thought another thing about the book that you are reading.